Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or I should say, welcome on into Thy Dark Moon Tarot. If you don't know who I am Faith, of course. But I was just thinking today, I figured that I might as well go with doing series, okay? I'm a fan of Netflix or Hulu or anything that I can watch a good series on. So I figured I'd start with a Housewives series, okay? I'm only going to do two at a time, and I'll do them from I don't know exactly how many I'm going to do. I guess it's just going to be a random number. But yeah, so on this particular, I would say, episode or series or I don't know, video, I'll be doing Nene Leaks, and then I'll be moving on over to Real Housewives of Orange County and doing Vicky Gunvalson. Even though she is not on Housewives anymore, I just figured I'll just do those two. And what I'm doing is I'm actually going to be doing a past life reading on the two of them. Okay, so of course, Nene is going to be first. And if you're not familiar with my channel, I started off doing past life readings. I love doing past life readings because I just love doing past life readings. But anyway, so yeah, let's take a look. I know Nene, I think she's December the 13th. I'll have to look up Vicky's birthday, but I'll probably just take a break and then just tack on the other part of this video on the end of this one. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I don't know why I'm hearing a Tabitha, but this may have been one of her names in a past life. Okay, so already getting some messages in. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Okay, first card out, we have communal living. Okay, so definitely poverty here. Something about seagulls, but I'm actually getting that she is afraid of seagulls. I don't necessarily know if this is a fact in this present life, but I am definitely getting some fear when it pertains to birds, or just whenever it pertains to, could just be animals as a whole, but I'm particularly picking up, the birds, okay? But even with this communal living, this can also represent that even coming over into this current life, there still may be a lingering energy of a poverty mindset, even if that's not necessarily shown on the outside. Okay, because with the communal living, you have to scrap for what you want. You have to sometimes even steal for what you want. Okay, I'm even getting in a past life, there's this ditch that she's in. It's almost like in a manner of her taking it feels like a mud bath, but there's almost just I see her taking the mud and rubbing it all over her skin, so there's this dirty type of undertone coming through energetically from her past life. Okay, but also it's coming across like she's putting the dirt on herself to hide something about herself that she's not necessarily comfortable with. Okay. Oh, yeah, we have the star and the moon, and even in her past life, I'm getting I don't know what year she was born. Hold on, because I'm actually getting the Roaring 50s. That is the last known date, or maybe not necessarily known. That's the last date that I am picking up for her. Of course, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, so you can take it as such. But anyway, so yeah, I am getting the Roaring 50s and I'm also getting I don't know what a cam girl is, but I am getting a cam girl, and I'm getting with the star and the moon. That makes me think of the movie industry trying to be a movie star, and then now I'm picking up the name Fitzpatrick, so that may be involved in her ancestry, or this was actually her last name in a past life. I don't know. So I got Tabitha, maybe Tabitha Fitzpatrick, which is a very weird name, but either way, okay. But also the energy coming through with the communal living in the star and the moon, this gives me her energy of being outside the movie theater, watching people live their life, or watching movies from the outside. daydreaming even in a manner. And there's nightmares coming through as well. I'm also getting this energy of her running away. So that could maybe be why maybe the cam girl came into play, because she's running away to like try to live this particular lifestyle, that of a movie star. Okay, but there's still fear, phobias associated with this. I'm also picking up Jack Daniels, so I'm not sure if she's a Jack Daniels drinker, but that is coming through very strongly. Jack Daniels energy is coming through very strongly. And I feel like that she may see some type of profit, or she has in the past. But but even still, even in her past life, a very congested like environment. You know, there was at least 4 other children there in this particular space. And I'm also getting her like needing, I mean, of course, it's very possible that she's had more than one past life. So what I'm about to say could definitely be coming from a different past life, but I'm getting her needing some type of like bread. And it's almost just like her hands are just so like, you know, they just look kind of bloody. So there's a roughness to her hands. And that may be because I'm definitely getting a lot of hardcore labor that was done in a past life. You know, so I guess I haven't really paid attention to her hands. So if her hands look kind of rough, I feel like that's where they came from. Needing some type of dough, a lot of dough. And I'm just seeing like her hands, knuckles being bloody, you know. But it also could be a vibe as well that she may be a fighter as well. You know, let's look at the next card. Unrequited love. Yeah. Even in her past life, she was willing to pretty much fall in love or love someone that, you know, she really didn't care a lot for, because she's trying to get out of poverty. And we have unrequited love. So even in this lifetime, she may suffer from unrequited love. You know, people not necessarily really loving her for her, but this also can go and vice versa. But I really feel like that she, in the way in her past life, it gives me a vibe she did what she felt like she needed to do to survive. Okay, unrequited love. A lot of heartbreak. I'm actually getting like Venice, Italy, from one of her past lives as well. We have the Four of Pentacles and we have the Queen of Wands. Failed businesses. Failed businesswoman is what I'm getting. At least 4 is coming up. But this may be looking forward in possibly about 4 years' time. There may be something that is failed for her. But I feel like just even with the unrequited energy here, with this Four of Pentacles in reverse, love has failed her. Love will fail her likely in this lifetime, because she's choosing business. Yeah. And remember, I think I just said that I see her hands being bloody, like her being a fighter. Yeah, the Queen of Wands has anger issues. It's like she's impulsive with it. She doesn't really think. And that is why the business deals get lost, because of the anger. But the anger is coming from, I don't feel loved. Also, even in a past life, you know, with the poverty mindset in the past life, this has likely came over into this current life that she can't hang on to money. Just from what I'm getting here. Yeah, we got a 9. So yeah, she's been rejected a lot. Possibly in this current life, there maybe is an aunt that sticks the most. Or no, excuse me. A father. But the aunt knows something that she's not trying to say when it pertains to her father. I don't know in what magnitude that is, but that's just what I'm picking up. But either way, she just, again, a complete rejection. A complete fear of really even falling in love. So I don't really feel like that she's really ever been in love, not from what I'm seeing here. Because she doesn't really I don't feel like she gets attached to people. Because she tried that in her past life and it didn't work out. So I see no attachments really in this current life. Yeah, it's the anger is going to be the big issue here. Because I'm just going to be honest. And that's probably why I say I see this vibe of her not really being in love, her choosing something else, don't want to work. I don't know if she's ever had a real job, but even in her past life cards, I'm not really getting that. Because this Eight of Pentacles comes in reverse. So that could be tied to a sense of laziness. I don't think she went to school either, because I'm not even getting that either. Even in her past life, no education there. And I'm getting, it's possible the same thing is here as well. No education. But this is also an energy here when it pertains to like people or managers or whatever coming to, it's like somebody ends up taking away her debt that is rightfully hers. I'm getting definitely in the past life, like enjoying horseback riding. I'm picking that up, or just fantasizing about horseback riding. But it feels like that was something that she really, really wanted to do, or she did. Yeah. I kind of get this vibe, like, it's like not wanting to work with her or something of that manner. Feels like even in her past life, her family like avoided her, which could explain the running away thing that I was getting. Avoiding her. Orphanage even. I don't know why I'm picking up like espionage as well. We'll have to see. Knighthood, yeah. Yeah, the sacrificial lamb for the family. I get that. And then knighthood, there's that anger coming out. Because the knight is swift, but he also is brutal in terms of how he talks to people. But there's a shield up. Six of Wands, the Empress, the Sun, and the Ten of Pentacles. She likes them younger. I don't really get the vibe that she likes them older, but also she's a good parent. So there's a shield here that she puts up, especially whenever it pertains to the public. And it was the same thing in her past life. I see her having to stay around. That would make sense why her hands or knuckles were so bloody. I see her having to stay around and pretty much cater to the family a lot. So this is probably where her parenting skills come from. But I am seeing it. A good parent, definitely. Just without the love. Yeah. And I kind of get this vibe. It's like a reverse when it pertains to age. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, if you've been pretty much like maybe dating older people for like a long period of time, now it's almost just like even though if she's 50, whatever, it's like now she's reversing to like trying to relive 30s or 20s. That's why I said I don't really get the vibe that she actually wants somebody older. I'm totally getting younger. But she plays like a mother in a way in her relationship. So that may be why they are attracted to her, but it's still unrequited energy. But I feel like she's the one that carries the unrequited energy towards other people. So it's likely that she may fall into situations where they mother her. Because it's like, I'm tired of being the mother. I was a mother like this majority of my past life, and I'm tired. Yeah, spouse. Okay. So there's the marriage. Yep, I said it. Marrying for love. I feel like she wanted to be an actor. Like a legitimate actor, but her mouth. Something about her voice as well. Like someone was trying to convince her to get voice lessons or something, and she didn't want to do it. I have a feeling that somebody, I don't know what effect taking your tonsils out will do for like your career, but I do get somebody wanted her to take out her tonsils when it pertains to her trying to, maybe this was younger, whatever. I don't know what that does. I don't know about that. Like get your tonsils removed, unless she got her tonsils removed. But I am getting there strongly. Spices, so married for finances, but she doesn't really love them. That's obvious with the unrequited love and the spouse coming up in the same reading. Yeah, and then the finances under unrequited love. It's like, who cares? I don't want to suffer. So if I have to sit here and pretend that I like you and I have to suffer, I guess I just have to suffer. I don't really get the vibe that she wanted to be married. I actually don't even get the vibe that technically she was supposed to get married again. She was supposed to get married in this lifetime. It feels like it was more so of like a business arrangement. Not necessarily like, you get married for love. I don't get that. This is more so like, let's get married for business. It was the same thing even in her past life. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I honestly feel like that she was given away or sold at the age of 9 to get married to somebody in her past life. And that, again, could go back to hands being bloody, just being exhausted, overworked in a manner. So it's like an unfair beginning, if that makes sense. And it's almost just like, I ain't trying to have that happen again. But she's very independent, which is why I say I don't really get the vibe that she was supposed to get married in this lifetime. But she ended up doing it because it's likely that she came into this lifetime, like I talked about before, it's a carryover possibly from previously. So she could have definitely came into this living in poverty. And it's just like, I can't do this again. I got to do something. And again, a lot, like I talked about before, a lot of this goes back to the fact of her like looking at the movies or being outside the movie theater, like during the Roaring 50s and stuff like that, the glam. Maybe that's more of her style. I know it's like a weird style to have, but I kind of can get that. Like, Roaring 50s, Roaring 20s, whatever. I don't know which one it was roaring. I wasn't born then. But either way. And I ain't gonna lie, I can see why, because I'm also getting a sense of like abuse as well, if we're gonna be honest. Yeah, double Mars energy. I feel like that her spouse was abusive. It's likely at the beginning. Nine of Wands. That could be where the anger comes from, possibly as well. She's still holding on to that pain or that trauma. The World. Not well traveled, not really a lot of respect for other cultures. I do feel like that a sister, even in her past life, has some type of accident in a car or some type of vehicle. Could have been by a train, because that may have been the mode of transport during that time. But again, even with this energy here, the accident coming through on top of the spouse, it does give me a vibe that wasn't supposed to happen. It was an accident. Like, I wasn't supposed to get married. I don't really feel like she loved them. I'm just going to be honest, which I already kind of picked that up to begin with. But she was tired of playing the fool. I'm getting like trailer, mobile home, or even possibly sleeping in the car. Again, can't hang on to money. Can't hang on to money. Even though money comes in, 6 of Pentacles upright, money does come in without a doubt. She can get a loan, but I also do feel like it more so is a loan in somebody else's name, and they end up fitting the bill, because with the knighthood card here for the past life, this is somebody who's also very crafty when it comes to the tongue, the mouth, not in that manner. Who knows? Okay, but in terms of convincing, so it's almost just like I said, other people taking on her debts, not her. And then the finances is pretty straightforward. How her finances were in her past life kind of play an effect on her now. But it's still the energy of always wanting something to be done for her, or convincing other people to take on her debt so that she doesn't have to. Honestly, yeah. I mean, I'm getting like $9 million is what she possibly may be left with from this older person. But in some odd way, because of this, it wasn't really unexpected, so I'm assuming this would be about her husband. She's like in a manner more at peace. Like, I don't feel like I'm under the reign of that abuse anymore. So, I mean, I don't know, but I do feel like 9 million is sitting here. Maybe a little bit more, but that's what I get. 4 of Wands. Was there a house that was foreclosed on at some point? Maybe about 8 years back. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure, but I kind of am getting that. But even now, I can see this happening again, because remember I said she doesn't do good with money. Somebody else needs to handle that because she doesn't do good. This may be coming in the future. Something getting foreclosed on. Or remember I talked about the businesses before, something getting closed down. I can see that. I hope not, but the energy is coming through in that manner. Yeah, it was so rough. It got so rough to live with this person. Financial abuse, physical abuse. I do get that vibe. And then with the 8 of Swords in reverse, it's just like, I'm just so glad to be let go of. But now the difference is she has to work. And we have the King of Wands in reverse. She's not in a relationship. Doesn't really give me that. I think that person that she's been seeing with is an investor. I don't think that's a relationship. Because the King of Wands came in reverse and the Queen of Wands came in reverse. Now, there will be a fire sign that she will probably come across who likely has the money. They will be older. This is not a relationship. Again, this is an investment. You're an investor. But the thing is with this, she's going to have to work a little bit harder with this guy. Because he's not as swayed like the others. From what I'm getting here. Yeah, Queen of Swords. That's their brutality there. Oh, okay. There's somebody in the mix. Somebody else in the mix. The Queen of Swords woman. But she would prefer young, not old. Old is only investment, like an investment banker or something. Anyway. Clarify first. Even if they stay, it's still an investment. I don't really feel like she really cares for this person. She really loves the arts. That's what she really wants to do. I wouldn't even in her past life, remember I talked about her being outside the window. It's like she's singing along with the sounds or the movies and stuff like that. But again, that's the closest past life I pick up on, which, like I said, Roaring 50, I think it's called, the 50s. But even before then, I picked up a past life in Venice, Italy, where it was just not good. Poverty. I feel like she was like some sort of bread maker. And she definitely did have to take care of like the home. And there was, like I said, there was 4 other siblings there. Could have been more, but the most I can get is 4. And there's something about like whistling. Yeah, she's trying to get another contract, or she wants another shot at this, even in this current life. But she came over into this current life wanting to have a fair shot. But people avoid her. And people find it hard to write for her. To be honest. Yeah. Yeah. Like they see her as her image on TV has ruined a chance of her likely getting acting anything. I just don't see it. And the crazy thing is, even though she's a good mother, that it only goes to her children. Like the ones that she actually had. When it pertains to like if they're stepkids, or when it pertains to if there is grandchildren, I don't really see her being active. Like the care doesn't extend to them. I don't really get that. Yeah. She's not willing to let this go. But even the cards here are saying that she should let this go. Because I don't see her getting into acting or getting into the arts. It's just failed. She will try again. She may even be trying now to get an acting coach. Because there is some type of job that has been offered to her, possibly on TV. Something tied to Hulu, I feel. I don't know if they're coming up with something in the future. Hulu, or maybe even, I don't know what the hell is. Like, because I'm hearing Hulu, something about Oxygen. Or did Oxygen change to something else? I don't know if whoever owns Oxygen, I don't know if they own other networks. It's possible. But either way, so I got Hulu, Oxygen, and Viacom by her VH1. So those are the couple of things that I'm picking up in terms of what she possibly is trying to go after. But I just don't see it's going to happen. It's like she's going to have to walk away and let this go. Which, if she ends up with another older man, again, it's only because of finances. But really, she likes the younger ones. Which, who knows, she may sneak around and do that. I kind of feel like there's a little bit of resentment, to be honest, when it pertains to motherhood, or just when it pertains to mothering children. Because even in her past life, I actually see that she suffered a miscarriage. Well, not really a miscarriage. I feel like that her baby died from accidental drowning. And it feels like it was possibly her fault. And it's hard for her to forgive herself for that. Like I feel like she's still, well, I mean, I don't know if it's a thing where you may feel like you may have trauma, but you don't necessarily know where that trauma came from. It kind of feels like this. But and even in this current life, she feels like she messed up with a child. Like, and she really wants them to forgive her, but they're struggling to do that. It may have almost happened again in this current life, and it's like they struggle to forgive her for that. See, I knew it. I just said there is some type of, there's some issues around being a mother. It's difficult for her. But she does try. So I guess in a sense that would probably be the cards came out and made it seem like that she's a good mother. But again, it's only to her own children. But it actually may just be to one, because I only see this one baby coming up. So it could be the youngest one. And that would make sense why, if there's a child that has a problem with her, it's resentment. So yeah. Persecution and inquisition, mother and blessings. She has to be careful because she may end up alone. Like, even when she gets older, she has to be careful about that. Yep. Lessons and blessings when it comes to emotional affairs, cheating. Definitely. You know what's weird? I was kind of getting that. In her past life, unfortunately, I do feel like that there was some type of inappropriate something with a brother of hers. Okay? I don't think she wants to get married. Marriage is actually her lesson in this lifetime. And I think it's because of why she goes in to be married. You know how some people go in to be married and it is that thing at first, then they end up falling in love. Not her. It's complete detachment from the get-go. But marriage is status. Marriage is popularity to her. That's also a part of her lesson. But she did cheat. I'm going to be honest. She did cheat. There was an emotional affair in the marriage, definitely. Oh, this also could represent that the resentment could be coming from a husband had a baby on her in the past life. Or, yeah, somebody had a baby on her in the past life. I do feel like it was her husband. I don't know if it happened in this current life, but that could definitely, that would be where the trauma is coming from as well. Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. She wanted the baby to die. Ouch. Yeah, big ouch. But this whole accident with the child happened whenever the child was 4 months. Yeah, there was cheating. Caught him and her in their house together. Yeah, and that's unfortunate. All of her pages, all the pages here come in reverse. So that just solidifies what I already said. There's resentment there when it pertains to a mother, even though she does try, but it's just something is just not clicking all the way. But maybe it only clicks with one child, and then the other ones feel like, damn, you just don't really give a shit about us, do you? No, not really. I mean, I'm not saying it like that, but yeah. Yeah. How long is this? 30 minutes. Well, let's see. So I'm pretty much done with this particular video. I'm just going to ask one question in terms of if she'll ever be invited back to Bravo. Yeah. Her father, I don't think, if she doesn't know her father, is because he died before she was born. Or honestly, mom didn't know who her dad truly was, and that was the lie. That could be why and it's like the resentment probably is passed down from her mother, so that would make sense. But anyway, so let's see. Okay. She might have burned that bridge. Oh, well. I'm telling you, this fire sign person that she's dealing with is not nice. It's almost like this person may even be like worse. If she gets married again, then they will, but I just don't necessarily see her getting married again. She will fall in love, but it will be with somebody younger, but this younger person will walk away from her, which may, again, result in more bitterness, because I do feel like she really liked this particular person, okay? But in terms of her being invited back when it pertains to Bravo, she will keep looking. She will keep looking for that check, but I don't see it happening. Also, she actually may end up getting pulled back into another toxic relationship, unfortunately. I mean, she has the fire sign to worry about, which I know she's a fire sign. I don't see her being in a relationship right now. But this one, it seems like a Capricorn or a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This is just not going to be good. It's almost like going to be worse. So it probably will be good for her to like stay away. But no, I don't see them offering her that. There may be talks about it in the future. But I just don't see it happening. Yeah. She was cheated on, but she also cheated as well. Anyway, so no, I don't see it happening. Okay, so anyway, that was Nene Leak's past life reading. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you later.